welcome to my channel. This is Uche. Today we'll be talking about some of the causes of problems we face in our marriages today. But before then, if you're here to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe to my channel, and then also don't forget to hit the notification button so that whenever we post a video, you will be one of the first people to receive the alert. All right, then let's go back to the topic. Yes, I said today we'll be talking about some of the causes of problems we face in marriages today. For you to have a successful marriage, there are certain things you have to observe. There are certain things you have to put in place. Rome was not built in a day, and some people out there will be like, marriage is a bed of roses. Of course, I will believe it. Then I will also say yes, but it depends on how you plant your flowers on your garden. If you don't plant your flowers very well, that means it's not going to look beautiful. That is to tell you that you have to keep working in your marriages for you to achieve that result you always wish to get. All right, then number one, a major reasons why we face problems in our marriages is arranged marriages. Now, when you talk about marriage shouldn't be arranged. I know some cultures will be like, if it is not arranged, then it's not acceptable because of cultural values or because of what they believe in. But then I stand to tell you that cultures are really ruining some of marriages we are having. Most of the marriages, when you go to certain areas where arranged marriages are the only way out. Let me tell you, when you are in love with your partner, there are certain things they will do and you will overlook them. But when you are not in love, simply because your both parents arranged people to live together as strangers, you don't have connection, you don't love each other, there is nothing like feelings for each other just because they persuaded you people or brought you people together forcefully to marry because of the relationship such families share, or because of the class, you will see that marriage having issues. But when you are married out of love, I tell you, there is no storm you cannot conquer. There is no mountain you cannot jump together as couples. Let me now tell you the truth. When you love your partner, there are certain sins, in fact, let me tell you, you will always overlook, because love does not count errors. Not that they don't see errors. Yes, love sees errors, at times blind to it, not that it's totally blind, but love sees those errors but decide to overlook them because of affection, because of the love you have for each other. You will always condone, you will always forgive, you will always forget and move ahead. But when certain marriage is arranged, I tell you, my sister, it will be very difficult for you to forgive. You will be like, my friend, I was not even in love with this lady, I was not even in love with this guy, but I was forced into accepting his hand or her hand in marriage. That's why he said number one causes of the problems we have in marriages today is arranged union. It is meant to be called love. Marriages should not go on. Marriages should not hold if you are not in love. Love conquers everything. But when you are arranged, then imagine me, someone calling me on phone, I've got you a husband. He's coming from this place. Maybe he's in Australia, or maybe he's still staying in the state where I stay. Now I ask you, how do you think I will love the person? How do you think we will tackle issues? How do you think we are going to live together? Even you can imagine two different people living together. Even when you're in love, it's so difficult for you to even accommodate each other when it comes to living together as husband and wife. Then take it to arranged people. When you are being arranged, that means any little thing, you cannot forgive sins. You will always lay blames on people that have arranged for you to stay together as husband and wife. Yes. But when you're in love, I tell you, no matter the problem, be it in plenty, be it in lack, when you don't have nothing, when you're in poverty, when you're in riches, you will keep loving and admiring each other. A woman will be submissive to you when she is in love with you. And when you love our lady, You will overlook her flaws. You will overlook her inabilities. What she cannot do, you will always assist her to do it. But when you don't love her, you will turn her into a slave. And I tell you, women, do not marry any person that doesn't love you. It is a duty of a man to love you first. Then you can now reciprocate as a lady. You owe him your respect. And that respect does not come when he doesn't love you or when you don't have affections for him. Secondly, let's go back. Let's go over to the next point, which is the last for today. Living together as family. Now, some people will be like, what is the meaning of that? Now, let me shock you. Do you know that it is biblically wrong? Okay, let me not just go into Bible. Let me just say it naturally. It is not right for newly wedded couples to be living together with extended family in the same flat. It is so wrong. Parents, please give your children the space to study each other. When they are married, brothers and sister-in-laws, please give way for the newly married couples to live together, study each other, fall in love once again, accept their flaws, accept their inabilities, accept the love, accept everything about their couple, about themselves. But when you are clustered everywhere in the same flat, I can imagine, let me just use 3-bedroom apartment as an instance, 2+1 or 3+1. The mother is there, the grandmother is there, the grandfather is there, the grandmother is there, the sister-in-laws are there, the brother-in-laws are there, relations, every one of them are clustered in the same apartment. Now tell me, how do you expect the newly wedded to learn each other, to tolerate each other without interfering? Do you know that in marriages, you are bound to make mistakes? At times, your husband will be like, you are not getting it right. He will always correct you. He will always tell you, I don't like keeping these things here. But when he's here to complain, you see the mother, my son doesn't like doing this. You don't have to cook this thing for my son. He doesn't eat this. He doesn't like that. But when you are not there as a parent, you see them learning each other independently without your help. And you see their love growing. And I say today, parents, grannies, please allow your children to be. Let them enjoy their marriages. Let them enjoy their unions alone in their homes. And the groom, if you're here to get an apartment for yourself, please do before you get married. If you do not have money to secure an apartment, please do. Even if it's just 1+1, a bedroom apartment is enough for you and your wife to start with. Then any other thing can follow up. If you don't have anything to start your life alone with, then you are not capable. Then you are not up to getting married. Then you should work on yourself. Try and build yourself more before thinking of marriage. Marriages shouldn't be arranged one. Marriages shouldn't be clustered around, especially when newly couples are involved. Enough of interference from parents, from relations, living together with newly coupled. You see them confusing them. You see them remoting them, trying to control the newly wedded, without allowing them, without giving them space to learn each other, to study each other, to live happily, to wear skimpy things, for you to be sexy for your husband, wearing bum short, wearing bras and all that, to look good alone for your husband. You're always covering everywhere, without your husband seeing your beauty. Live alone with your husband. Any other person should visit and go. Anything short of this, it is not part of marriage. Please. But I'm not telling you not to take care of your parents. Wherever they are, you can always take good care of them. You can send money across. If they need help, or maybe if they are lonely, you can always hire nannies. You can always, not really nannies, people, house helps, people that can stay with them, old people that can stay with them that are being paid. Pay visits to them. They must not live in the same room with you. Some of these people are not happy that you are marrying a particular lady because they wanted you to marry another, but look at you marrying another. How do you think they will love whatever your wife does or your husband does? Now, it is time for you to fix your marriages. If you want a happy home, there are things you should not do, which I've mentioned We will also talk about other ones, but this particular one, now, number one, like I said, avoid arranged marriages. Love marriage is the key. Secondly, avoid allowing people to cluster around your home. I think with all this, with these two, you can now understand some of the problems we are facing in our marriages today.